Okay, we've got an urgent news bulletin for any business operating in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So if that's you, you're going to want to listen up for the next few minutes because this directly impacts your financial compliance. Right, we're talking about a really critical, time-sensitive announcement from the Zakat, Tax and Customs Authority. You probably know them as ZATCA. And it's all about a tax filing requirement that you just can't afford to miss. So what's the big deal? Well, ZATCA has just announced an immediate deadline for submitting August's withholding tax filings. And listen, this isn't some date you can just mark on your calendar for later. It's happening right now. And here's the date you need to burn into your memory: September 10th. This is it. This is the absolute final date for submission. They haven't mentioned any extensions, so consider this your final call to get those filings sorted. Now, you might be wondering, what happens if I miss that date? Well, this is where it gets pretty serious. ZATCA has been crystal clear that if you don't comply, there's a direct financial penalty waiting for you. The penalty for being late is a 1% fine on whatever tax you haven't paid. But here's the kicker. It's not a one-time fee. It's calculated for every 30 days you're delayed. That fine is designed to add up fast, so acting now is absolutely essential. Okay, so the big question is, does this even apply to my business? That's fair. Let's take a second and quickly break down what this withholding tax is and who exactly needs to be filing it. So here's the bottom line. It's a tax on payments your business inside Saudi Arabia makes to companies that are not based there, companies that don't have a permanent physical operation inside the kingdom. That's the key distinction. So, to put it simply, this deadline is for you if your business is paying non-residents, or any company without what's called a permanent establishment, as defined by the income tax law. If you're doing that, you need to file. All right, so you've figured out this applies to you, and you know the clock is ticking. What do you do right now? Well, the good news is ZATCA has laid out a clear path for filing and for getting help if you get stuck. Here's your game plan. It's a super simple 3-step process. First, head over to the official ZATCA website. Second, find the tax filing section. And third, submit your August forms. It's all done online, pretty straightforward. And this is the only place you need to go. Your submission has to be done through the official ZATCA portal at zatca.gov.sa. Just make sure you're on the right government site. And hey, if you hit a snag or have a question about your specific situation, don't panic. ZATCA has set up a bunch of official channels to give you support directly. You've got quite a few options to get answers. There's a 24/7 call center at 1999.3, a dedicated support account on the X platform, a direct email, and even a live chat right there on their website. So help is definitely easy to find. So it all comes down to this one question. Is your filing done? Remember, that deadline is final, and that 1% compounding penalty kicks in automatically. So take a moment right now, get your August withholding tax filed, and save your business from some totally unnecessary fines.